Here's my review on Matrix Reloaded. So the movie opens up with Trinity in the Matrix kicking a bunch of ass on a kicking ass and gets killed by an agent. Neo wakes up and turns out he's been drinking this a lot lately and having lots of PTSD and suffering from sleep deprivation for don't know how long. Little unclear of how long it's been, but it's been a while, I guess, because the Oracle knows that he has could tell what's on his mind. He says, I know you can sleep. And what she's saying is he will have to decide, because this is not just a dream, it's also a vision. He's going to decide if Trinity lives or dies. He's going to decide. And he's already made that decision, but the movie doesn't tell us what decision it is. He says he can't. He said I can't. And it says, you're the one. And he figure out that the Oracle and the guy that was testing him to see if he was one was fighting him to test to see if he was the one. And instead of just asking him, Neil said you could have just asked. No, you never know when someone until you truly never know who they truly are until you fight them. It's well, that's really stupid. Stupid-ish. Anyway, Morpheus in the Matrix gave order, has a plan, and well, it was against order, so he got a bench basically, and no longer that happened because he didn't gave order. And he says, with all due respect, I think we're going to need more. I only have something that's more than just ships that's going to end this war. What? Neo. And this guy, the general, finds him Morpheus as a joke because not everyone believes what he believes, and a lot of people think that he's completely mental and doesn't really know what he's really talking about, and not quite there. And so Morpheus makes a speech, says, tonight I am not afraid, then let us dance to show them that we are not afraid. This is Zion. Let's make them remember who we are. And he says, what you have heard is true, but that's not what I am about to talk about. I am telling you to dance and make noise and not be afraid tonight. Basically celebrating. Well, they're doing that. Trinity and Neo are getting it on. Let's get it on, sugar, let's get it on. There's nothing wrong with me loving you. Oh. Good music is playing while this is happening, although it would be nice if that music was playing while they were getting it on. Oh yeah. So, anyway, this old guy runs into Neo, who was one of the council members, and gotta get a drink of water. He puts Morpheus back on, takes Morpheus off the bench and back on duty as captain of his ship. So they go off and get plugged into the Matrix, and that's when he meets the Oracle. And this is a pie skip, okay? Agent Smith is back, and he wanted to give Neo his earpiece because he set him free. And then Neo he says he want to give this, you have this. He says you set him free, and then he sees the earpiece and he recognizes knows who it is, who that's from, and he knows that agents are coming, and tells to warn the others, and he fights off the rest of the agent and flies off. And turns out there's now two of Smiths, Agent Smiths, and they said unexpected but not surprising. And now we jump a little forward in the movie. Okay, after he meets the Oracle takes off with this guy that follows Neo to see if he was the one. That's kind of the rest we see in him in this movie. So we see a lot more, and I mean lots of Agent Smith, and it's Neo's kind of shocked by this either, because he couldn't do that before. And so Smith talks about have you felt it? Our connection between each other. I don't know how it happened. Not quite sure. He said I'm not quite sure how it happened, but somehow I'm free. I'm unplugged. Then he says, of course, we know freedom is an illusion. Choice is an illusion. And what matters is purpose. Without purpose, there is no meaning. So, they say this very creepy, and so they get into a fight and Neo takes them down knocks them down like a bunch of rag dolls. And it's a really cool fight scene, actually. It's impossible how to describe this action scene, but it's incredible. This is something you have to see for yourself, this action scene. So, after that, Neo, a little before that, he was doing something with Neo, and Neo, when he flies off and gets unplugged, he says it felt like he was dying. And we discover he can turn agents into himself. Agent Smith can turn other agents into Agent Smith. So, yeah, Morpheus is asked, is that what he was doing to you? He says, I'm not really sure, but it felt like I was dying. And he knows that, he felt like he was dying, so. And so they all know that there's something different about Smith this time, because he's not even thinking like an agent of the program. So they go to in the Matrix. They go back in the Matrix. All three of Morpheus, Trinity, and Neo go to meet this guy. What happens is, well, the writing in this scene, when the dialogue that this guy gets that they go to meet this very powerful guy, he is the worst character and has the worst dialogue in the film. Now, it's not terrible, but it's not good either. I mean, it's the dialogue for that he gets is almost terrible. So he explains and uses this as an example that choice is this illusion given by people with higher power. And he does this example by having a girl eat chocolate cake and making her horny and going to the bathrooms. I can't lie, that is a very stupid thing. It sounds about as dumb as it looks. But anyway, you get his point. So, anyway, they leave and go back in the elevator, and his wife decides that she is fed up with his bullshit and will give them the key maker if she and Neo kisses her as she would kiss Trinity. And Trinity's like, bitch, what the hell? What did you say? And she's like, bitch, you bitch. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little confused from that, from the whole cake thing. Like, that's the okay. So Trinity's just pissed, and Neo agrees to do it. Okay, and he has to do it twice because apparently it wasn't felt sexy enough for her. And he just, wait, okay, I'll do it. And he just takes off his glasses and kisses her for quite a while, like he does with Trinity, and says, and she is jealous of Trinity and says, although something too good can't last forever. She says, and takes them to the keymaker, and the keymaker comes with them willingly, and ow, I opened the door on my toe. And so turns out the guy was also sort of cheating on his wife too, as a gang, and she says, and so is this, my love. Bye, have fun. So they're still together. So the Kingmaker and Morpheus and Trinity run away, run off with him, and these two guys that can turn into ghosts chase after them, and which turns into a car chase, which turns into agents cops turning to agents, cops chasing them, which turns into an explosion, and Neo saving both the Keymaker and Morpheus with his Superman powers. He flies in this one. So while that was going on and stuff, we'll see Trini ride a motorcycle, and the Kingmaker just happens to have a key that can actually activate a motorcycle, and she says, "You're pretty handy, huh? You're very handy." She says, "You're very handy." So while that was all going on, this is what Neo was doing. Okay? Basically was he using his Messiah Kung Fu skills to fight these bunch of bad guys, and they draw blood, and he says, "See, he's just a man," and that's what the worst character in the movie said. And if you're, well, we can kill him, we can take him on, and they don't even stand a chance against Neo. So Neo just kills him when the worst character in the film just runs away like a total bitch and tries to go after him, but the door that he came from and the three of them, Neo and his friends, came from, it turned into a door that leads to somewhere else that's halfway across the world, and so then he takes the door that Trini and Morpheus went through, and same thing. So he flies away halfway across the world and manages to save his friend and the Key Maker, and they regroup and come up with a plan to get Neo into the store to while these people come up with a distraction and take out, and the power will be out for a while. So that's when they make that move, but it doesn't quite go well because they end up dying, so they couldn't get touching Neo because he's in between the Matrix doors, where they lose contact with him. So Trinity goes inside of the Matrix after promising Neo that about her not going inside of the Matrix because he doesn't want her to die. So she goes in the Matrix and Agent Smith is back again. Lots and lots of him, and tried to turn Morpheus into another Agent Smith, but Neo stops him from doing that and save Morpheus' life. And the Keymaker gets the key and unlocks the door, and Neo takes Morpheus and kicks all of the Agent Smiths over like those things that you bowl and you knock over the pins. The pins, and when you bowl, that's how they all get knocked over, and they all three make it in the door, and the Keymaster Maker is dead, got shot a lot by Agent Smith, and he takes the key that he was keeping around his neck for Neo, and he says, "You don't know what door it is." And then we meet this guy who's obviously who is the father of the Matrix, and turns out the Oracle is the mother of the Matrix, the one who created the Matrix. And he says how the Matrix is older than you would ever expect, and that this isn't the first Neo or the first Matrix he made. He said, "The first Matrix I made was nearly perfect in every way, but I noticed that people wanted more of it and wanted the more corrupt society that they're comfortable with, and